Good evening. Gopal, Srinivas.
Good evening. Good evening.
अमर व्हिडिओ चालू कर ना आमचा.
हाँ करते सर इसमें.
हाँ
केले सर क्लिक करायचं.
या Soumya, good evening again.
Sorry, sir. Did you say anything?
Yeah, good evening again.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, actually, see, you have that agenda with you. You are going to coordinate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have it. I have it.
So, for oath, Anand sir is not there.
Okay. Okay.
So I will recite that oath.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, national anthem, Amar, the oath I will take care. Yogesh sir is joining?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yogesh sir will join. Amit sir told me that he will join.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
ठीक है. And activity presentation, Srinivas, I think you are doing, na?
Yeah, yes, correct.
Good.
Okay, so in the Excel that Amit sir sent, Niranjan sir was doing the activity.
No, instead of Niranjan, Srini is doing.
Okay. Okay.
So 2 changes. Instead of Anand, I will.
उद्या मी आहे घरी. आपले ठीक आहे. काम आहे. उद्या माझ्या मी बोलतो. कॉपी आहे ना तुझ्याकडे?
सर नमस्कार. नमस्कार.
You are there, na?
Yeah, I'm there. I just joined. मी आता just पोहोचलो इथे.
Very good. So activity presentation, I think Srini is doing instead of you.
Yeah. Because मी मोबाईल वरून जॉइन केलाय.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. मी just पोहोचलो इकडे.
ठीक हरकत
So,
नाही.
but I'm there.
Very good.
Yes.
So Anand sir नाही आहे, तर आता ते oath I will take care.
Yes.
Mohan sir, I am कहाँ तक आया है? Have we got Any movement there on the guest, spiritual guest?
Actually, as I said, Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji से वहाँ से interview हो गया, and it is very positive.
Okay.
But
wonderful.
probably the dates we will get in March or April.
March or April. Acha.
So that is the only hurdle. I think I will come to know next week, but looks like it will go to March or April.
Acha. No issues.
Yeah.
No issues. But I think.
I think Rushikesh has joined. Rushikesh, good evening. You can unmute and talk. So that was one actually, and another. They were giving an alternative to Shri Shri. One of his devotees there who is with him for 24/7. Good evening, Rushikesh.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Good. Excited.
People are joining shortly, then we will start shortly.
Yes, sure.
You are at shop only?
Yes, above the shop actually.
Above the shop. Yeah. Good.
I'll just pause my video for a while. And
Yeah, no problem. Please.
assume my proper position.
Please, no problem. Shirish ji, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Just setting it. Yeah.
No problem. सगळे आता fully recovered ना, Shirish ji?
Yeah, fully recovered.
Very good.
Still some weakness is there, but the rest of everything is
naturally.
Everything is fine.
Good.
This complete took me total 1 month.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah, total 15 days of quarantine, and after this 15 days of about 10 days of cough and all that. I'm not able to talk.
आता सुद्धा थोडासा
yes, slight is
काहीतरी
थोडासा आहे प्रश्न थोडासा, पण इट्स ओके. आता म्हणजे रेग्युलर ऍक्टिव्हिटी चालू झाल्यात.
बरोबर.
चालू आहे.
There are few minutes. We'll start shortly.
Yeah, no problem.
तर उद्याचा ही जी इव्हेंट आहे ती काय टायमिंगला आहे?
आता इव्हेंट इज प्लॅन राउंड अबाउट 12. What happens is because तिथे मी जेव्हा when we go to that registration counter, you really don't know how much time it takes.
तिथे कधी जाणार आहे रजिस्ट्रेशनला?
We will go in around about 10:30. 10:10.
That is near Khusrawadiya.
Khusrawadiya, correct. Near that police commissioner office.
Correct.
There we are going there. Completing all this will require about 12 to reach there.
So you will be back by 12:30 or so.
12:30 it will be definitely will be back.
Okay.
So आहे ते. आज एकीचं लग्न
आणि मग इथे काही विधी आहेत आपल्या इथे?
विधी काय थोडेफार असतात विधी, ते आपण म्हणजे नॉर्मल जे करतो ते थोडेसे
वैदिक याच्याप्रमाणे.
वैदिक याच्याप्रमाणे म्हणजे खूप काही विधी असतात असं नाही, पण मुलांना काहीतरी एक्साइटमेंट असावी म्हणून थोडेफार विधी आपण करतो.
ना, नक्कीच पाहिजे. आणि किती who else is expected?
गेस्ट विल बी राऊंड अबाउट ते म्हणजे ते आकाशकडचेच गेस्ट जास्ती आहेत. राऊंड अबाउट हे मुलं आपली तिथं साधारण 60-70 ऍज इट इज आपला बेस व्हॅल्यू आहे. त्याच्यामुळे टोटल अजून एक 60-70 लोक असतात, म्हणजे राऊंड अबाउट 150 पीपल शुड बी देअर असा अंदाज आहे. बरोबर. 0 लेवलच 70ला चालू होते, मुलं धरून सगळे धरून.
ओके.
ते करणार आहे.
गुड.
वी आर टेकन ऍडमिशन फॉर वन गर्ल. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मध्ये 80% म्हणून ती सुपे करती. तिला 80% मार्क होते. शी हॅज टेकन ऍडमिशन फॉर डिग्री 2nd इयर.
अरे वा.
थोडासा प्रॉब्लेम फीसचा होता, तो लास्ट वीक आय सॉर्टेड आउट टोटली. म्हणजे तिला फुल 3 वर्षासाठी स्पॉन्सर मिळाला एक मला.
व्हेरी गुड.
वी आर डुइंग इट अराउंड अबाउट ही इज स्पेंडिंग अबाउट 2.5 lakhs. स्पॉन्सरशिप 1 स्ट्रोक त्यांनी दिली आम्हाला की सो यू
Very good. Very good.
हा. पण थोडस दुर्दैव असं ती मुलगी अशी ही इज अ फाउंड चाइल्ड
Ah.
and she is a total orphan, no relatives at all because she is a found child. We really don't know what is it. She was
Barabar.
found on a bus stop and
Oh.
6 months, 7 months old.
Arre baap re.
And that from that she has come to
This level.
she has come to us and now she is 21 years old. She complete केलं आता हे and now she want to do the degree. And
Oh.
in spite of being orphan, she has got no concession in fees.
Oh.
ये आता मी 76,000 त्याची इयरली फी आहे.
Uh-huh.
आणि तुमच्या SC ST ची फी आहे 2,000 रुपये.
Okay.
OBC ची अशी 14,000 rupees. But she being an orphan, she has got only a concession to entry, but there is no fee concession.
Oh.
So actually, I want to tweet this to.
Correct.
कसं करता येईल? Who can help me in that? ते मला थोडंसं लोकांना अपील करून विचारणार की असं मला ते अपील करायचंय.
No, we discuss this point also. Yogesh sir ahead us. We'll
असं
discuss.
हे legally म्हणा किंवा he is not a legal matter also. It is a constitutional matter.
It is a constitutional, yeah.
And that I need to fight it out. असं मला वाटायला लागलं की काहीतरी करावं त्यासाठी.
Correct.
It's really ridiculous. No parents and she has to pay full fees. त्या मुलीचा उत्साह म्हणून आपण पळापळ करून केलं पण so many people orphans must be.
Yeah, you are right. Correct.
आणि आपल्याकडे फाउंड चाइल्ड मध्ये पुण्यातच रोज 2-3 सापडतात. म्हणजे अशी किती होत असतील.
Oh, correct. Agreed. मग कुठल्या कॉलेजला घेतली ऍडमिशन?
DY पाटील त्याचं ते ह्याच्या ओपन ह्याच्यावर DY पाटील आलं होतं.
अच्छा.
DY पाटील लोगोला एक कॉलेज आहे त्यांचं.
बरोबर.
तिथे घेतली.
म्यूट जरा तुम्ही.
She stays in Yeroda only, so it is nearby that.
बरोबर. Correct.
तुमचं काय?
Mohan sir, should we start?
Yeah, just a moment. Actually, Yogesh sir was joining.
Okay.
Or we can start also.
We can start with the national anthem.
And we can
And
start
followed
with
by
national anthem.
yeah.
Amar, you can start.
So Amar, can you play national anthem? And I request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
Right. Right.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय हे
Bharat Mata ki.
Yes.
So, Amar, can you display Arise Oath? Request Mohan sir to give oath to everyone.
Sure.
Somay, you can display it.
Sir, sorry, Amar has it.
Okay, no problem.
I have. Amar, you are having?
कुठून आली का ती?
I
Yeah.
have.
Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just recite after me. I am a responsible human being,
I'm a
I'm a responsible human being,
ready to support, share, and collaborate.
ready to share and collaborate.
I'll be honest in my actions towards everyone.
I'll be
Honest in my actions towards everyone.
Everyone.
I'll enjoy my journey
I will enjoy my journey
Journey
with large heart and tolerance
with large heart and tolerance
tolerance
towards Arise community and society.
towards Arise
Arise
community and
community and
society.
I will establish entrepreneurial brotherhood
I will establish entrepreneurial brotherhood
brotherhood
to strengthen my country and humanity.
to strengthen my country and humanity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, has Yogesh sir joined?
Just a moment. I think Srini can do then the activities presentation.
Yeah, sure. My screen is visible.
Yes.
All right. So a warm welcome to all the participants today. I'll just brief about overall activities and the work that Arise as a community is doing. To start with, Night of Truths is one of the flagship event of Arise, where we have 1,000 crore plus entrepreneur who comes and talks about his life experiences, and there are a lot of learnings that we take from these events. We also do multiple events like AOPs, synergy meets that we are doing today, and multiple webinars that keep happening. Now, talking about the benefits to the members in the Arise community, generally here we are talking of an entrepreneurial committee which collectively comes together. There are opportunities of collectively bargaining, where one item, multiple people can come in and bargain collectively to have the benefits. Then one important agenda, one important benefit to the members of this community is business growth. There are a lot of synergies that we talk with each other and learn from others' success stories and others' mistake. Arise as a community also does business mentoring. There are various programs that happen within the community for business mentoring. Of course, on the platform, we also give our members branding and marketing opportunities. Just to quickly look at various events that have happened within the community in this year. So we have done a foundation day on 1st of May, where we had Atul Srivastavji and Parth Ghoshji as guest speakers. We also have Arise Recovery Clinic as an ongoing activity, where Mr. Anand Mahurkarji helps the community members, the entrepreneurs in recovering their money. We had a wonderful session with Dr. Yogesh Pawarji, where he talked about living tranquil life with mind, heart, and actions. We also talked about international trade, where we were helped by Mr. Anand Paranjpeji. Night of Truths, we had done Night of Truths creating billions in rural India. We had a guest of speaker there as Mr. Narendra Pawar. We have also done one webinar with Swami Mukundanand ji. He talked about 7 divine laws to awake your best self. One fine morning, Mr. Harshal also helped us understand yoga for immunity. This was basically focused on a couple of asanas. Mr. Nitin Agrawal from L&T Sufin also talked about an B2B platform, e-commerce platform for businesses, which I think L&T has recently launched, talking about e-commerce platform where the buying and selling can happen. We did one online session with Swami Ghanvatsal Das ji. He also talked about life lessons to business lessons, a wonderful session conducted by him. We talked about finance and tax planning for sustained growth for entrepreneurs by Dr. Madhav Ganpule sir. We had also conducted one session webinar from Mr. Yaswant Kulkarni ji. He talked about technology for eco restoration. And one very important aspect of Arise as a community is we always look at building our nation. So nation first is one very important slogan that keeps getting recited in our webinars. So we also were pleased to have Yogesh Chitade Saab and Subhida Chitade ma'am. They talked about their selfless work towards the nation where they are serving various army jawans. Of course, Night of Truth, we had Sagar Bhosle ji talking about his success story. In Tech Talk, we had a very deep technical insight on oxygen provisions for hospital, in which we talked about various ways in which oxygen can be generated and what are the challenges in preserving it. We had celebrated Synergy Meet with Manish ji, Subhash ji and Sachin ji. We also had Yogesh Pawar ji talking with our members in an interaction webinar. Rahul ji and Pushkaraj sir, we had talked about scaling human connections for business and social, mentored by again Yogesh sir. We had also conducted the first of its kind Inspiring India conference, which was a one-day conference held in Pune. I think these are some glimpses of that event. I think it was a power-packed full-day event. I think most of us, we were there during this event. And recently there was a book launch, a 3-day session conducted, which Arise has sponsored. I think few of our members also have participated in this event. So that's it from the Arise as a community, the various work that is happening within the community. Thank you so much. Over to Mohanji.
Thank you so much, sir, for the activity presentation. Now I would like to invite Gopal, sir, to induct the newly appointed Arise members.
Thanks, Soumya. Good evening, everybody, and warm welcome to the today's Synergy Meet. As an Arise practice, our new member induction, we actually do physically, but since last 2 years, because of this pandemic, we are doing digitally. So I would like to welcome Rishikesh Paranjpe sir, who is into optician business since many years. 1956, they have created a brand in Pune region, and they are growing multiply year and year. So I warm welcome Rishikesh Paranjpe sir. I hope, sir, Rishikesh ji, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for the warm welcome, sir. It's an honor to be a part of this community, and I'm excited to be a part of this journey.
Right. All like-minded people are there, like you, in the community. So we welcome you. Secondly, our Mr. Akash Maitre ji, who is into manufacturing, into fasteners. They are mostly into export business globally. They are serving to many countries. So their small products like X nuts, X bolt washers, which are most important in every product they are exporting. So we welcome to Akash Mehta sir to Arise community and join us with the growth journey of everybody. So Akash ji. Okay, I think so.
Is there, Akash? You have to unmute and start your video also for 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, Akash.
Yeah, Akash ji, welcome.
Hello, hello everybody.
Yes.
It's an honor to be a part of this community. And so actually you just mentioned that we are into exports of fasteners and hex nuts, and these are our products. We are not into the manufacturing or exports, actually hex nut and all the products that you mentioned actually. So these products are mentioned on my website, but initially when I started this company with the vision to export products outside of India. So as a pilot project, we were trying to get the inquiries from outside of India. So it is just mentioned on our website, but we are not actually exporting it.
Okay.
So right now, we are in the process of developing around 27 products and fertilizers, which are not updated on my website. But hopefully by this month end or first week of January, we'll update around all those 27 products that we're developing across 8 categories, from plant growth regulators to micronutrients to water soluble fertilizers and biopesticides. Along with that, we also give procurement services to the companies. So we procure goods for the manufacturers, and so basically we just do vendor creation for customers, and we in this company in this project of ours, we try to get the procurement cost down for our customers by 1 to 2%. That is what we're trying to do.
Very good.
You can help our community in collective bargaining with products.
Definitely.
Yes, yes. Great. Great, Akash ji. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to welcome Sushil Bhatt, they are into a company called Swami Designing and Engineering Consultants. They are into consultancy and the professional engineering team experience in industrial fields like mechanical, automotive, and chemical engineering. So welcome Sushil ji. Can you brief little about your profile and how you cater to market and clients? Sushil ji. Okay, I think Sushil ji is about to join. So once again, I welcome all new members to Arise community and hope you will enjoy the journey with the like-minded people in the growing mindset. Thank you everyone. Over to Mohan sir.
Yeah. I also welcome again the new members, new and young members, Akash and Rushikesh. So now I think we'll start with the important part, which is we would love to hear the two gentlemen, Rushikesh and Shiriji. Rushikesh, how we will start? You introduce yourself in let's say a few minutes, 3 to 4 minutes you have, and then I will have questions and answers. It will be an interview type. So just share whatever you want to share about your company, your and organization. Go ahead. We would love to hear that.
Definitely, sir. So Paranspe Opticians as an organization was founded back in 1956. So it was founded by my late grandfather, Mr. Dinkar Yashwant Paranspe, and his brother, Mr. Gangadhar Yashwant Paranspe. So at that time, the optical industry was just starting out in India. It was the post-independence era, and it was we are proud to say we were among the first 10 opticians in Pune at that time. So at that time, the business started with one retail outlet in the heart of the city in Upper Balwan Chowk. So that's where the journey started in 1956. And over the years, the family business grew with new members joining in. So we are currently into our third generation in the family business. And today we have 3 retail outlets in the city and also a manufacturing unit where we conduct the surfacing of ophthalmic lenses, spectacle lenses. So in the whole journey, we have seen various ups and downs. We have seen various phases of the optical industry in India, and manufacturing is an arm that we have entered quite recently. So when I first joined Arise, I was a little skeptical because all the other members of Arise are mostly manufacturers or consultants or such. So we are in essence a retail organization. So that's where there's a difference. And manufacturing is a thing we have started very recently, like 4 or 5 years back. We have started this. And I look forward to this journey with Arise mostly because I look forward to interacting with like-minded individuals, with entrepreneurs. In retail business, what happens usually is that we get people from all the segments of society. We interact with people from all segments of society every day. So the nature of the routine grind, the day-to-day work that we face is quite different. You cannot have an intellectual conversation with, say, everybody. So that is where I think Arise is going to be a wonderful journey for me. And as they say that if you are the smartest person in the room, then you are probably in the wrong room. So with Arise, I know that I am definitely in the correct room because with so many experienced entrepreneurs, with so many seasoned businessmen, I will definitely get brilliant inputs by which I can grow. So my background is that I have completed my graduation in mathematics. I majored in mathematics from the Indian Statistical Institute, which is located in Bangalore. So my majors were mathematics, and I also had statistics and physics as some of my electives. So after this, I entered the field of data science. I studied data science in Mumbai. I did a postgraduate diploma in that. After which I worked in the industry for a bit. I was working for a stockbroking firm in their data science division. So it was at that point that I decided that the family business is where I really want to be. Because if you're going to enter entrepreneurship, then why not do it? Why not continue where your forefathers have already brought you? So that is where I entered the optical industry. Now I have been with Paransky Opticians for 4 years. This is my 5th ongoing year. And I am definitely sure that the way ahead is bright.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, anything else you want to share? Or I can start with questions.
I guess we can start with the questions.
Great, great. So nice of you that you have raised Arise also. Yeah? So we are happy you have complimented a few good words about Arise, that we are smart people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My self-esteem has gone up. So, but let me tell you, probably you are the first one where, just now Srini has put it in the chat box that you have a 66 years of legacy. That's fantastic. And every business is a family business, and so is yours. So I appreciate wholeheartedly on the behalf of community. This is wonderful family business which you started. Now, any idea that why and how they started in the initial days, your grandfather, why they chosen this business and how they started?
So there is a very simple answer to this. My
Yeah.
great grandfather was an eye doctor.
Okay.
So that's where the seeds of optical knowledge were first sowed into the family.
Okay.
And like I said, that was the post-independence era. Any kind of commodities were hard to get by in India at that time.
True.
And what my grandfather realized is that quality eye care was not available to everybody in a place like Pune.
Mm.
At that time, Mumbai was the trade hub,
True.
and Pune did not have so much importance as compared. So that was the main inspiration to provide the citizens of Pune with quality eye care. And since a certain amount of technical knowledge in that field already existed with them since childhood, they went ahead and started the business. They had to learn a lot in the initial phase, which was hard at that time because at that time, just like commodity knowledge was also hard to get by.
True. True.
So that was the main inspiration, I guess.
Wonderful. You are getting compliments from one of our senior trustee Niranjan in the chat box that your journey is worth learning and we will all learn and we are proud that you are a part of Arise. So this is a compliment to you.
Thank you, sir. I'm honored that you are saying.
Compliment to you and to me also because I brought you here. No, Rishikesh, you are very dynamic and I'm sure with you, Rise will also grow and your business will also grow. We have all our best wishes. Now tell me, what were the initial challenges which you must have heard from your grandfather or father also to that extent? What were the initial challenges for first 10, 20 years?
So
Major challenges.
the challenges in that era were quite different from the challenges we face today.
Correct.
Today, the main challenge we face is the competition. The market has grown so saturated that there is cutthroat competition in every field. Along with that, business models and economic models keep changing every day.
True.
So that is another challenge to compete with that, to keep up with that. Also, there are many innovations and many researches coming up, which we have to keep ourselves updated with. So that those are the challenges we face today. As compared to that, in the initial era, the challenges were quite different. At that time, demand was never a problem. The problem was supply.
Okay.
Because in this field, India was never pioneering. So all the raw materials, all the technology had to come from abroad.
Okay.
So everything, right from frames and lenses and blanks, everything used to come from abroad. So sourcing these things in the best possible way, in an economical way, was the biggest challenge.
Okay.
And along with that, of course, at that time, it was hard to obtain knowledge of any kind in this field.
Because today in the world of internet, it is easy to gather the knowledge.
Exactly. Yes.
But initially, even I'm sure they must have faced challenges in the managing working capitals and other things because
Yes. Funding was another major challenge.
Must be.
The initial era, yes, because there was no background of business in the family.
Okay.
So it was like starting from scratch. So the initial few years were.
What were the solutions that time for the managing funds?
At certain stages, certain people came up with certain solutions.
Oh, very good.
And so my grandfather was also a professor of geology in the engineering college. So he had certain contacts, certain people who had know-how about how to acquire funding, how to get it done. There were certain people who actually acted like messiahs at that time, and with their help and with the blessings of the customer base, the whole journey was kick-started.
Rishikesh, you have revealed a beautiful truth right now for the benefit of my all friends who are present here. If the bankers or if the financial institutions, if they are there or they are not there, but your friends and relatives, those who trust you, they're always there.
Yes.
So that is how, I'm sure everyone who is sitting in this room, they must have been helped by their friends and relatives during the initial days, 100%. And even they are helping today.
Yes.
So this is a beautiful truth, and it happens everywhere. It's a part of the life. It's a beautiful truth. This is a part of the, it's a growth story of everybody.
Yes.
There is one question which has come, which it's the same thing in my mind, which Srini has asked. What are the manufacturing facilities and what you started recently? Can you tell something more on this?
So initially, all spectacle lenses were made from crown glass. So a few decades back, the industry underwent a revolution, and fiber lenses became more popular. So the material used in this is called CR39. It's a kind of resin that is most widely used, and that is the material from which most optical lenses are made. So what our unit does is we surface lenses according to ophthalmic prescriptions, and it is located right here in Pune, where we manufacture single vision as well as multifocal lenses.
Very good.
Multifocal lenses are those that you need after 40 years of age, when you need separate powers for distance and near vision.
But then you can supply those lenses to the other traders also, those who are in Pune or wherever they are.
Yes, we actually do that. So initially we started it as a kind of a reverse engineering. I mean, that was the motive, that since we already have an established retail business, why not become self-sufficient and manufacture our own stuff? So that is how we started with the manufacturing thing. But within a couple of years, we also started supplying our materials to other retail outlets in Pune.
Great.
We are supplying to more than 50 opticians in Pune.
You said you have a qualification in statistics, and highly. Personally, I know that you have scored a lot more than distinction always, whether it is statistics or mathematics. Now, we would like to know your decision. Although you mentioned something, but then you got attracted to family, because this is very, very important part in journey of everybody's, because most of the people, those who are sitting here, let's say if they are in the age group of 50 plus, and their next generation is about to come, so probably the people around you right now here, they will learn something from you. So just share with us what were the factors by which you got attracted to the family business.
So as you rightly said, my initial education was from a completely different field. So I was always interested in mathematics. So
right.
That's in that field is where I pursued my college. So there was at that time my plan was to stay in academics, but it was at some point during this period in my life in ISI that I realized that I do not wish to continue with the academic life. I want to enter the industry and I want to solve everyday problems. I want to get into the action, in frank words.
Very
So that
good.
is where I decided to enter the industry. So initially, the way I entered it is I started working in data science, going to my skill set with my graduation. But then it was at that point that I decided that I do not want to stay in the corporate world as well. Because the reason behind joining the family business is there are two aspects to that. The first is that I had, right since childhood, I was always very curious and very much drawn to the optical field. I was always very curious about not just our business, but the entire optical industry and what the industry has achieved. So, having had an education that would also be beneficial for this journey, it was comparatively easier for me to grasp the technical aspects of this field. And the other aspect is that in the corporate world, I realized that I would rather go and continue the good work that my forefathers have started. And I would rather drive myself rather than stay employed.
Wonderful, wonderful. What were the, quickly one or two questions more. What were the major challenges in the 66 years is a beautiful journey. I mean, in Japan, they say what is the, I just shared, few days back with our community that what is the definition of the SSI or MSME, they say. I saw personally the industries, they say the industry is not, they don't define MSME by the number of, the volume. We define by, 10 crores, 20 crores, 100 crores. They say that the MSME is one which is running for the last 300 years and who is having a plan to run another 300 years. And in Japan, there are many hotels and many business houses of MSME. They are running for 500,000 years. You can see on Google. So this is something which is fantastic, which you have done. And we all pray that it should run for another 100, 200, 500 years. Any quickly, can you share, the major ups and downs in the business in the last 66 years, which you are aware, which you might have heard from your father or grandfather?
Like I said, the initial few years were a period of struggle because of lack of funding and because of being new in the field. So that was the period where the whole thing was being set up. After that, we have expanded over the decades. And then with the revolution in e-commerce industry, that was another challenge that came a few years ago with giants like Lenskart and specs makers in the country. They kind of changed the way the work is done in the whole industry. And so these competitors have enormous amounts of funding because their whole business model and revenue model is completely different. So with that kind of funding, with that kind of muscle in the competition, we had to make certain changes in the way we work in order to adapt to that. So that was another challenge. And obviously, the past 2 years of this pandemic have been quite difficult for most industries. So similarly, the pandemic has also been difficult for us, but we are still here and we have come out stronger, definitely.
One last question. What is the remedies which you took or the actions which you took in this pandemic so that you can compete these big brands also? And of course, for your own growth also, obviously.
So the pandemic was mainly challenging because I still remember in the first lockdown, we had to shut operations overnight.
Right.
And the revenue completely stopped coming in. But at the same time, we had our own costs to bear. We had certain establishment charges, certain operational charges. All the manpower, they still were on the payroll. And those were people who had been working for us for decades. So they are like family. And we had to take care of them like family. So that was the main challenge.
Correct.
But in the pandemic, the biggest lesson that we learned was we got a very clear picture of what is essential and what is not in order to operate.
Wow.
So we take many things for granted. Like I think the pace of life has completely changed after 2020. So many things that we took for granted, we realized that.
True.
And we realized that in our down period, in our bad times, the factors that we need to really take care of are those factors that make us make most use for us in our good times. So that was our approach always. And in the pandemic, we had to rely a lot on our internal manpower for doing everything. And at that time, because of having a manufacturing unit in Pune, we did not face a problem that many others face. So that was one major lesson, that the more you diversify in good times, the better it is for bad times, because it
Very
is
well
always
said.
going to be uncertain what the economy goes through, what the country goes through. So investing in manufacturing was a very
Good
smart choice
decision.
in the past decade, because that
Absolutely.
helped us the most in this 2 years.
I agree, because the supply chain disruption was a major problem for the last 2 years. And I think for you, it was backward integration, isn't it?
Yes.
So that
So
you are
even though
right.
all logistics had kind of shut down for a certain period of time, we could still process our goods end to end. And I'm also happy to say that because of our unit, a lot of other retailers could also function, which meant that Pune still had its eye care.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, Rishikesh, wonderful. We all wish a grand success to you and your family to scale up the business. You are once again, we welcome to this community. And when we soon have physical event, that time we get connected with each other. I would love that you come up with some plans to do something for RISE and the benefit of the community. We have just taken one oath, for the benefit of entrepreneurial brotherhood, isn't it? So once again, best wishes to you. And
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now, Shirishji, coming to you.
Yeah.
Shirishji, I think this is all part of the what Yogesh sir has been talking, and you have already proved that the nation first. Your mother has done such a beautiful job. I mean, she deserves a salute 100 times. So just go ahead and tell about Manavya.
Good evening, friends. Now, as most of the people that I've been associated with RISE for about last 1 year or so. So Manavya, it's an NGO started by Mother late Srimati Vijayate Lavate in 1997. And it was started to take care of the born HIV positive children. And she started this work. Now, many people ask me, what has initiated her to start this? Actually, she was a small employee in a Pune municipal corporation, and she was working with the department which is taking care of the health of the prostitutes. And she has done a lot of work amongst the prostitutes to improve their health. So that time there was no HIV. She started working around about 1972-75. Since that year working in that area, and there she started understanding this women problem, and she understand their anxiety about their next generation. And there she started taking care of their small children. And that day she started a ashram for them. She worked for those children for about from 75 to 97 in that field. Of course, I'm not going into that details right now. And afterwards, she has started this institute in 1997 with those experience in mind. She was that time started this institute not for the HIV patients. Let me tell you one thing. It was started for the children who are less than 1 or 2 years and who are facing many challenges in the red light area. And there she started working for them, because the children are generally a hurdle for the business prostitutes are carrying. So these children, they're not taken care of absolutely, and they're so she started taking care of them. And in that period, many HIV patients were seen. HIV, many affected HIV women and all the children. They were thrown onto the literally dustbins. And then she started that I'll work for these children, and that way this Manavya started in 1997. Now this year we are completing. We are 25th year. In 18 June, we will be completing our silver jubilee. And basically, Manavya takes care of the HIV positive children, education-wise, health-wise, then their basically medical health is the prime motto with which Manav started. Now, my mother, who has started with the motto, I want to give them a good and celestial death to these children. Because that time there was no option that time. In about 2019, 2000, the pediatric AIDS treatment started in India, and I am proud to say that it has been started first time in India in Manavia. And we have got a good help from good pharmaceutical giants like Cipla, and they helped us a lot in that. And with this medication and everything, these children's lifespan started increasing. Now we have a number of problems earlier in schooling and other things. And that time we started one teacher school, because just to people engaged, because these children are going to die. There's no need to give further education. But after my mother expired in 2005, afterwards, actually, till that I was doing some business, still doing my business. But that time I was 100% started looking into this from 2005. And that is around about now we are looking for the children up to almost 16 years. We are myself, my wife, and our other trustees. We are looking after this institute. And this institute has started giving children a good quality education. Now up to 7th standard, we are running a school in our premises run by the Jilla Parishad. We are only giving them the space and all that. All infrastructure is done by the Jilla Parishad. And afterwards, the children, when they go to schools after 7th for the secondary education, they come to Pune district. Because earlier education was a big problem, because people never used to allow these children to enter the schools. And that time we found out that is a different old story. We'll not go into that again. So I will come back to now Manavya. What is Manavya? Now Manavya has up from Manavya about more than 100 children have graduated from Manavya and gone back to the society. Now, Manava's aim now has changed to that from giving celestial death to the children. It has gone to now we have to make these children self-sufficient, go back to society and give back to society and give back to the society whatever society deserves and work for society for the building of the society. So these children must have a good base, and that we are trying to give. Actually, any orphanage, as I put it in one language, it is the society has outsourced these children to build them up, and that outsourcing work we are doing, which society is not able to do. So this is what the Manavi is right now, background wise.
You have used a very touching word. Society has outsourced, but yes,
this is really outsourced.
Yeah, meaningful. It is very meaningful. And just in continuation, it is really amazing work. It deserves, as I said, a lot of salutes. And now, just we started before this event. We mentioned two things. Now, for the benefit of the group, let us go ahead and talk on the same. What is the event which you are planning tomorrow? Just share. Something great which you are doing. So
now, tomorrow is a very big event in the Manavya's history. Tomorrow we are conducting the marriage ceremony of 3 couples, out of which 5 people are from Manavya. 3 girls and 2 boys who are from Manavya, and they are getting married and they are starting a new life tomorrow. Up till now, we have done a lot of marriages. We started this matrimony thing for this HIV positive children in 2009-10. And that time, there is a drug which has come out of the market called as Nevirapine. When these drugs are given to a pregnant mother, then the HIV infection doesn't pass on to the fetus or the child which is coming into the society. And then we started this and we started promoting this, because HIV patient is very lonely in his family, in community, and he needs some support. So this is basically principle of marriage, what is designed by our society. They have to support each other, they have to take care of each other. On that basis, we started this, and now this is the peak. Now, up till now, we have done marriages only for our girls. Now, this time, with the help of Arise Mohan sir, these children are getting confident and they're working on this. Actually, our one boy who is working with Mohan sir and he has been doing great job. And with that basis only we are able to take the children. I was having a lot of this last 25th, 24th year celebration I was there. I have got one this in mind. I have not able to do any marriage of a boy. Up till now, I have done girls' marriages up to 9, 10 marriages were done, but I'm not able to do marriage of a boy in my community. And that's where I'm able to do with the work of Mohan sir. Yes, he has got employed, he started doing job, and then he got some confidence, and he able to the boy revealed to us that I am in love with a girl in Manavya only. So he has got that courage. But where this courage has come from? This is come from M Square Engineers.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So
So
nice.
this is confidence we are trying to give them. Of course,
Correct.
children who have gone outside, they are working also. They also got married, but we are not able to do any marriage in Manavya. That's what we are doing tomorrow.
Wonderful, wonderful. I really request all my friends here, those who are in this room, that, you know, wherever possible, kindly try to employ these people. And then just like Shirish sir has said, you know, it has helped him in boosting his own confidence. And he started feeling that he can get married because of the job. I agree with you, that kind of feeling can come. So, in fact, the other way around is I am also grateful to you that, you know, you suggested this boy to me. So I appeal once again to the community that they should.
Friends, one thing I will just like to say, these children, being HIV, it is not a contagious disease at all. The children working in society, and they are also not derated as far as their physical work abilities or mental work abilities. They can able to do these jobs, everything. They're all doing physical jobs. One of my child is working in AC repairing, right from he's going to reaches up to second floor, third floor, doing AC jobs. One is doing solar fitting systems, one is doing. So they are able to do all labor jobs also. So that is not very this thing. So we really want to do now. I want to share with you one success story which happened last week only. One of our girl who has graduated from Manavya, and Manavya, and she was working with one call center in Karadi, and she has done diploma in electronics and production with 80% marks. And she is a found child. She was found on the bus stop in year 2020 when she was hardly 6 to 7 months old. And through police to going to all these parameters in 2002-3, she has come to us because she was HIV positive. And that girl has to 20 years. She is living in for 20 years. It itself was a great achievement that time. And now she has completed her diploma with 80%. Now she wants to study further. And with her enthusiasm, she has called me, sir. I have taken the admission in college. He has done everything on her rigmarole, everything. And she is being an orphan child. She got the admission in one college. But let me tell you one thing. But she was given admission, but she says there will be no concession in being your orphan. Concessions are available for caste-wise, concessions are available, but for an orphan child whose caste is not defined, he doesn't have a parent, there is no rule in a government job. So anywhere I want to take up this matter with the government. If anybody can help me in that, I will definitely like to seek help from you if it's possible.
No, that's very serious and very, very touching that the orphan child has not been given the advantages in the fees. Very, very touching and very serious. We will definitely, I will personally take up, I will discuss with Yogesh and our legal advisor.
Yes.
And we will definitely.
I will put up one write-up note and send it to you, and I'm trying to put it to the PMO office also directly. So let's see what happens.
No, that's good. And in fact, another part is, you know, one of our girl, she from Kusrawadia, she completed diploma in electronics. No?
She completed diploma. She's working.
Wonderful.
Two girls were diploma. One is working now, and another is pursuing degree with doing part-time jobs. So that is something creditable they are doing, and that's what we are trying to support them. We definitely need some funding for this.
I have seen this to a large extent very closely. I may not be aware the entire activities, but yes, to some extent I am aware. To what they say, don't build the walls, build the bridges.
Yeah. That's right.
And truly, I think your mother and you yourself, you have done a lot of bridges. I think you are very well connected to Dr. Prakash Amte. You are very well connected to Dr. Anita Ban. You are very well connected to Dr. Raman Ganga Khedkar. And many more celebrities. So we would love to know how this you have done this.
Actually, of course, this is God's grace. My mother has having fantastic contacts with all these people. Baba Amte, he used to go there. Whenever Baba used to come here, she used to call Vijayate, say, you come and meet me for at least half an hour, we'll talk something. And she had been to Anandvan and she has seen that work very closely with Baba. And then, of course, this Prakash sir and this Vikas sir, has been, we meet Vikas sir also recently. And they have been associated with any problems. Now, regarding Raman Ganga Khedkar, when he was working in Nari, it was for Nari's National AIDS Research Institute in Pune. He was very closely associated with my mother, and they only starting designing some of the policies. He used to come and consult her. She been working in so many fields, and that from that 70, 80, she has been associated with this. And regarding Ranitai, actually, I got connected with Ranitai when I was working with the Rotary Club of Pune Metro. There she used to come and conduct this Tarumya Bhan workshop for a sex education for the children. And there I got connected to her, and I asked her what sort of program you can connect for these children. So that time she has conducted in 2020, exactly before about 26 January, before lockdown. We had a 3-day workshop continuously. He was talking to children about how to life skill education, sex education, how to behavioral sciences. She talked to them for 3 days, and these children are so much connected to her. Wow. That they always, she was talking for, there was absolutely nothing, these children of the age of 12 to 19, so much energy, but they used to sit to and her listen very silently for continuously 6 hours a day for 3 days. And that was her capacity. And that is, she has given us a good, and people have, children have definitely learned from that. And one more thing, I just want to use the word outsourcing.
Yes.
Yeah, that one just basically, whenever, what is child growth? What is called as upbringing of a child, what we do? Can anybody of us, everybody, we have been brought up by our parents. So what the exactly parents has given us? Are you able to jot it down? My parents have given me this, my parents have given me this. But when you happen something, you're able to realize, yes, this is because of my parents. I say personally, because whatever education we get, whatever this thing, basically you get jobs, we are able to do some businesses because of our upbringing. Your education, your skills, this only help us to go ahead. But basically, you have approach anybody, basically your approach has been cultivated by your parents, your house, and that basically these children are lacking.
Wonderful.
In their upbringing, they don't get such examples around them. My father is working like that, my mother is going to work. So that sort of environment we like to work out, and that is going to be a real challenge. I really have got able to start to GS, must have started as little bit, but again it goes back. So given them a home and the discipline of home, our whatever we learn, samskar at home, that we have to give them. And there somehow it has to given through some manpower, which is absolutely not to that level we are able to give. So there we are lacking behind, but I think every orphanage lacks this. Another problem of orphanages is orphanages are supposed to take care of the children up to 18 years of age. Now recently government has changed that you have to give them some skill and send it to market, but send it to the society. But 18 to 25, it's a very vulnerable age where children can go to any society, any angle, anywhere they can go. They can have a lot of energy. There are so many, what you can say, I don't get the word actually exactly. So many things like lot of smokes, drugs are getting, everything is that attracts them. That attractions are so many, and in that age, there is absolutely is a question of age orphanage that we need to have some build them to house in the age of 18 to 25, which is a really challenging job, because taking care of children up to 18 is a little bit, because this full of energy children handling is very difficult, and there somebody we need to do something in that.
No, Shirishji, this is very important point. Actually, that is why, truly speaking, all our trustees group, working committee, Yogesh sir, personally, all my friends here, we that is why we are trying to have more and more interaction with you. So if you observe 22nd October also, we wanted you along with the girls.
Yeah, that's what I actually comment to that.
Yes. So, and this is my humble request and appeal to all my friends, that they should get connected and start employing one or two persons, either girl or a boy. That will be a great help to Manave and to us in turn. So that is my humble request and appeal to all.
Let me tell you one today's story.
Yeah.
One of our first married girl has come to me today.
Okay.
We've been married about 7-8 years back.
Yeah.
So there are some problems have started between the couple. She has got a girl of 6 years of age. So now I've started to handle that problem. How do I support this girl? Small girl, 6 years.
Correct.
Yes, this is the second generation of my Manavya.
Oh.
That sort of thing is now started in my mind. You will do something for this. That we already started one Navankur project we have started. Earlier, that was what we were thinking. When the children, girls go after marriage, whenever their first pregnancy happens, we'll give them pregnancy and care in Manavya. That is called Navankur project. But this is a different project that we have to support them at their home. How do you take care of this?
Wonderful.
So this is what some future progressions there. Yogesh was every time telling me, don't talk to me about this, because earlier I used to say, what is the aim of our organization?
Yeah.
As a business organization, he said we have to go to 100 crores, 50 crores, 500 crores, 1,000 crores. There is no limit to that.
Correct.
But my aim that was to put it in a different way. I want to put a big lock to my institution. Why orphanages are required?
There should not be a need. There should not be a need itself.
Why orphanages are required? It is basically, it is the problem with the society.
Yeah.
This is the disease in the society.
True.
The society is not able to accept these children, or we need not only HIV positive children, other orphan children. Why orphanages are required?
Agreed.
Society should be able to take care of them, and we have to educate society for this. That is a real social work. And this is a midterm arrangement to take care of this orphanage. But this is not going to happen. Orphanages are there right from who was the first orphan called Bharat and Dushyanta. Karna was there. Everybody. So there is it is from the long time. So that is happening.
There are two good news. I think slightly I might have mentioned that today evening only Harshal has given me this Phenolex Foundation. So that this is for the benefit of my entire team, members and friends and trustees, everybody, that they are going to help us in a big way. The first week of January, they are planning to take our kids to one of the skilled organization, wherein they will train them there, and then they will start giving us the business in the fashion designing. Number two is the good news is for the benefit of, again, to my all trustees and working committee and friends from the Arise, that one Mr. Saurabh Maheshwari, you remember he spoke on finance.
Yeah, we met him in the conference.
We met in that 22nd October, and he was given some 30-40 minutes to speak on finance. So he has committed very strongly that he is going to help us since from the coming first week of January. I'm sure the next year will bring us a lot of good things, and he is going to help us in scaling up. He is going to help us in scaling up, and he is also having wonderful contacts in the industry in whatever it is, and he is willing to help in terms of bringing the business also to start with. I said to start with, you can support, but let them bring the business on their own. That's the right thing to happen.
And let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Arise, Mohanji, Yogi just helped us in whatever small things we are doing in tailoring business and this thing, the small thing they're doing. We are able to make it a large this thing and name it as Vijayashri Utilities and give them some confidence. Yes, yes, we're able to do something, we're able to earn something, and we need to find out some other solutions, type of businesses also, where we're able to support. Even if children have gone outside, we can. I'm trying to collect them. It is very difficult. But with this small girls problem, I think I'll able to connect to these children more. When I handle this small girls problem, then they will definitely able to come to me. So that I'm going to use as a tool. Yeah.
No, I now one more again appeal that this product series you keep sharing on the group. All these products again and again for the benefit of our, and probably try to have a system by which you can deliver fast and collect immediately online. So share the account number again. Keep repeating that post.
That post I will keep it repeating.
Keep repeating. And now my last question, and then over to others also. How it is again, for an NGO handling financially is very difficult.
Yeah.
How you are able to manage? Just
one thing is, now let me tell you what are the finances requirements of what we are able to handle right now.
Please.
As far as these children, their regular requirements, staff salaries is the major constraint, major concern about it. So we are spending about 70 to 75 lakhs a year.
Okay.
Overall. So monthly we are spending, so per child we say about 5,000 rupees per month per child. So that is roughly we have worked out without salaries. This is what I'm talking about. Nowadays it is. We used to, in pamphlet, we have made 3,500. Now it has gone to about 4,000, 4,500 per month per child without salaries. Now this expenditure, now government is funding us. Government is funding us for 1,100 rupees per month per child. That hardly works out to be 10% of the total expenditure.
Okay.
Total expenditure 10% we are giving it. Now we are basically, my mother, is God's grace, is that we have got a very large base of donors who have been giving us right from, my mother used to collect right from 2 rupees that time. Every day, whenever she was working in corporation, she used to sit in the corporation on the top payday. मला तुझे पैसे दे तुझे राहिलेत असं म्हणून ती प्रत्येकाकडून काहीतरी घ्यायची. From everybody she used to collect something, and that base has given us a big base. And but this is, of course, now this new CSR activities, CSR functionaries, that they are helping us a lot. There are some, we have been registered with one institute, Global Giving USA. Global Giving USA, we are registered with our 2 projects there. You can go to globinggiver.org, and there you can donate in, who are in the foreign countries from US, UK, they can donate on that. There we are given. And another more important thing is the CSR activities of the MSMEs as well as the large industries. Now we have been associated. Now, small story. Have you got time?
Yes, you can continue for this.
One, because when in 2005, when my mother expired in February, I was not myself, my wife doesn't know what is there in the bank, how we are going to, how much food is there in the society. If nothing was known to us, and we're going through in between that first 10 days, 15 days, we are worried about that, what to do. But one gentleman who has come from one million, then where is Manavar office? That time it was in my house. Well, it is here only. He says, I am coming from one company. I will tell you the name of the company also, Aviva Life Insurance. And he has come to me and say, I have been searching for a organization working for HIV children. That time he says, I want to fund this project for next 12 months. And that time it was about a lakh of rupees per month and this thing. And somehow I says, this is what my mother has done the work, and that has helping me. Yes.
Great.
Now, and so that way it started. Now we started coming, yes, this is something, CSR. Then we started contacting. Earlier that was really not knowing CSR much. When this Aviva Life has given us this starting point, and they have literally helped us, and they want to finish up these funds in March. So February they came, March they want to finish up the fund, so they have funded me for the next 12 months. So that
Great.
has given me a great help. Now after that we are connected with Jaguar Land Rover has helped us, Johnson and Johnson has helped us. Then there are so many software companies like Cognizant has helped us. Then there are so many other companies like there are a list of big companies.
List of big companies.
Small industries are also there. There are one company from Netherlands. There is one group from Switzerland. Every year they are giving me some money.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Now from Dutch Holland also there is one group. So this has been developed over the year for 24 years. But let me tell you one thing. Finance, if I need something, I approach people, I get it. But for the routine, this thing, we have been doing it well, managing that finances. But sometimes we definitely need that. We need to build some, because this is now, I don't know, this it is found coming from where, I'm not knowing, but some way we have to do something. We need to build some corpus funding. And then we have to do so that this organization should run perpetually. So every time there should not be any problems. So we are in the process of building this corpus funds also. So we have building up so that it will be, of course, interest rates are very low. We cannot stop even if we build a corpus, because in that interest also definitely we need to work on something like funding also we require. But it's not that crunch is not there, but definitely it is required.
Great. This is wonderful, and I really appreciate the entire work. And I think probably the truth which is getting revealed here is purity of intentions, which your mother and which you are showing, and that is why you are able to collect the funds.
Oh, yeah, and absolutely transparency we are maintaining. How now each and every CSR goes a monthly report. How this month we have spent the money.
True.
So that transparency we are trying to maintain. This is because of our efficient office staff, our project managers, everything. They're doing a lot of fantastic job, and this is what is happening. Yeah, I say somebody is taking work through me, getting done. It's not me. I'm doing the work. It is somebody else is doing through me.
No, you have been very humble and expressing gratitude on and off again. I think what they say, the attitude of gratitude takes you to high altitude.
Yeah.
So this is a very important lesson from your, I can say the career or your
This is my passion. My career is different. It is very clear. I'm
from
giving
your passion, from your passion. Yes. That is why I have seen you. That is why I have seen you. You are always with a smiling face, and they say that passion and tiredness cannot coexist. Passion and tiredness, because I have never seen you as a tired. You are so many challenges are there, but you are always with a cool and smile on your face. So we wish you a tremendous success in all these things. Whatever you have wishes, we wish you that those will be completed.
Yes.
And I appeal at this stage to my community is keep employing the kids from the Manave, number one. Help the Manave kids to become entrepreneurs and help them in getting the donations.
Donors and orders. So this is three things I want. Donors, orders, and jobs.
Jobs, yes. Yeah. Now now this is an open forum. The members can ask any questions to Shirishji or Rushikesh if you are there. The people can ask any questions to both these gentlemen, and so any questions from any other any participant or from the trustees, they can go ahead and ask Shirishji.
Okay. If you don't have any questions, then I appeal everybody to visit our projects once.
True.
So that we're able to get more idea about this. So I request everybody to visit and see what we are activities, physically what we are doing.
One of our member, Amit, has mentioned on the chat box.
Amit, Amit, actually, I want to apologize, Amit, on one thing, because he has given me certain designs to make certain jobs, certain bags for his solar equipment catalog selling. So, literally, because of some other jobs and this thing, I'm not able to concentrate on that, but I will definitely come back to you, Amit.
Even Amit has just now said he
Yeah.
can employ also some girls or boys.
Yeah, boys. Yeah. He's in Amravati, na? Am I correct?
He is in Amravati. Amit, just a minute. Amit is, I think, is right now not there.
Because I met Amit during on the 22nd October.
Correct. No, he just put the message.
Yeah.
So we will take it.
I've seen the chat. I've seen that in chat.
Yeah. So from my side, I think questions are over. Now, next part is to Gopal, I think.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It was great hearing again from Lavade, sir. We heard him in physical events also. So I also appeal to help Manavya team and the effortless job they are doing since many years. So as an Arise community, we are definitely with you every time. So whatever support required, we will.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I once again thanks to all new members who have came and Paranjpeji who have given interview in such a nice way, third generation entrepreneur, and he's also having good vision ahead. So the community will definitely have got some learning today from his story also. So I thank all the trustees, all the members who have joined this wonderful event. Very soon, the new IIM conference will be going to announce at Arise platform that will be out of Pune. So I hope everyone will join that, as the response was in Pune IIM event. So thanks everyone. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best, Siriji, once again. Thank you, everybody, once again. Okay, I think we declare that the event is closed now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.